Gathering here, in a recent study, 120 CKD patients in stage 3 and 4 were able to change their lives forever just by eating exactly what I will show you today. They reversed the decline of their GFR. After 24 weeks of eating like this, their GFR was higher instead of lowered. Incredible! And do you know why this was possible? Because they started to follow a super easy yet effective renal diet. But you know, for many people, the renal diet is confusing. Some patients don't know what to eat. They need to eat enough calories, but not from protein. They need many vitamins, but not from foods with potassium. They need carbs, but just from foods with a low GI. Now the big question is, can we make the renal diet easier? Okay guys, I've based today's video on the most recent scientific breakthroughs regarding the renal diet. My aim is to create the perfect eating plan for people with kidney disease. And what I want to share with you today are eating plans that are made following the specifications set by the study I've shown you earlier. Because in this trial, CKD sufferers, many of them in stage 4, were able to improve. By the way, this is a randomized controlled trial that was published by the Cambridge University on the British Journal of Nutrition, a very respectable paper in 2022. Now, the most interesting part, this result was achieved with an incredibly easy to follow eating plan. No supplements required, apart from vitamin D. No strict diets. Participants who improved were instructed to keep their normal caloric intake. And also just a moderate protein restriction. And yet, after 24 weeks from the initiation of the intervention, on average, their GFR improved by 2.8 points. Which is amazing because when you are in stage 3 or 4, your GFR is supposed to decline over time, not to improve. Now guys, I have actually already made a video about this trial because I think it's really interesting for us. And I've published it recently and I went more in depth about the theory behind it. I've analyzed the targets the people who improved their kidney function had to achieve. The protein intake, caloric intake, potassium, fiber, and so on. But today I want to take this one step further and share with you what the people on this trial actually ate to improve their kidney function. Now a quick disclaimer before we move on. These eating plans are only examples. They were made with the need of specific patients in mind. Because you see, personalization is the first requirement of a renal diet that works today. So don't change your diet without consulting your doctor. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Let's take a look at what a stage 4 CKD patient has been eating to get back their kidney function. So as you can see, this is not a diet for weight loss. Plenty of calories here, plenty of super healthy foods. And I want to be very clear on this. An eating plan like this one was all these people needed to completely stop the progression of CKD and even improve their GFR in stage 4. Now, this eating plan is great in my opinion. For example, we will have oatmeal with almond milk, blueberries and walnuts for breakfast. This is a delicious and super healthy way of starting the day. Almond milk is a great low phosphorus alternative to milk. Always choose unsweetened almond milk, by the way. Oatmeal is great. It's one of the healthiest foods in your breakfast because it contains beta-glucan, a special type of fiber with detoxing properties. And also blueberries, a real superfood full of antioxidants, and walnuts, a great source of omega-3s. And well, this eating plan also follows perfectly all the guidelines outlined by the study published by the Cambridge University. So if your diet looks like this already, congratulations! Question: what's so special about this meal plan? First of all, it is completely plant-based and it's low in protein but not too low. Guys, that's very important. It's one of the main reasons why I'm sharing this with you today. Because while eating even less protein can be a way to protect the kidneys even more, you will be requiring to take keto analogs. Keto analogs are a supplement that CKD patients are supposed to take when following a low protein diet because it replaces protein without creating waste products that are heavy on the kidneys. Unfortunately, keto analogs are rather expensive and, in some countries, hard to find. Not needing keto analogs is what makes this diet special. The aim of this trial was to create an eating plan that can help CKD sufferers improve, even those in stage 4, without requiring supplementation. And yes, with this amount of protein, you don't need keto analogs. Now, all the protein in this diet come from plant-based sources, and that's also great. You see, the aim here was to keep phosphorus and acidity to a minimum without reducing too much the amount of protein. This is why plant-based sources of protein were chosen. Question: what plant-based sources of protein are the best for a renal diet? In the trial published by Cambridge University, the authors chose to focus on protein sources with a high biological value, meaning that they contain all the essential amino acids the body needs. And when it comes to plant-based sources of protein, only a few plants meet the requirements. One is soy, that we will be having a lot in this eating plan. For example, for lunch, there is a tofu and veggies stir fry. Sounds yummy! Soy yogurt is also going to be present as a snack. Another source of protein here is going to be beans.
Wait. What?
Now you may ask, but I thought beans were forbidden in renal diet? Well, they actually were for a while because they contain phosphorus and potassium. Now, however, we know that the phosphorus and potassium from plant-based foods is not really bioavailable. The body only absorbs a low amount of these minerals, and this is why today beans are considered superfoods when it comes to kidney health, according to the National Kidney Foundation. And beans are also very rich in iron that you can make bioavailable by adding a source of vitamin C and fiber, all while being very low in fats and calories. But obviously beans do have protein, so make sure that if you have beans in your diet, the amount of protein you will be getting at the end of the day is right for you. As we can see from this eating plan, the protein intake was thoroughly calculated to be exactly 0.65 grams of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight. Now, this also means that you will need the help of a renal dietitian to calculate the amount of protein you need every day. Question: if we need to limit so many nutrients, what do we eat? Now guys, when I say that you should limit phosphorus, protein, certain fats, I always get the same question. I often hear that the high carb diet is bad for people, but if you can't eat protein nor carbs, what's left? Some people will tell you that carbs are bad for you. We have all heard this. Carbs will make you fat. Carbs are inflammatory, and so on. But that is misinformation. It's a lie. Not all carbs are bad, so don't trust whoever tells you to avoid everything containing carbs. And I always get a lot of hate on YouTube when I say that carbs are healthy. But you see, there is scientific proof that certain, not all, just certain carbs are very healthy for you. So I don't care what the various, ex-keto gurus, now carnivores on YouTube will tell you. If you have kidney disease, even with diabetes, you must get the largest part of your calories from carbs. The study on which I've based today's video proves exactly this. As I was saying, it was published on the British Journal of Nutrition by the Cambridge University, and this is a randomized controlled trial, the best type of study when it comes to nutrition. Now in this study, as you can see, the treatment group gained back some of their kidney function after 24 weeks. And you know what they ate? Mostly carbs, as we can see here. And we also know exactly how much carbs they were eating, around 365 grams per day on a total of 2,400 kilocal. So more than half of the calories the CKD patients in stage 4 who improved are getting is coming from carbohydrates. Okay, so let me know what you think about this. Let me know in comment section if you are getting a similar amount of calories from carbs, or if you still have reasons to think that carbs are bad for you. Let's talk about it. If you guys are interested, I will make another video just about this topic. And by the way, I also want to make a frequent ask questions video, so ask questions in comments and I will be answering the most upvoted. So don't forget to also post and upvote interesting questions. Now, from this study, we also know what sources of carbs are the best. Because when it comes to carbs, finding the right sources is all that matters. And it's true that certain carbs are bad for you. You don't want added sugar in your diet. Only natural sugars from fruit and veggies are safe. And also, you also want to limit ultra-processed carbs intake, because this type of carbohydrate acts in a similar way to sugar in the body, causing an insulin spike. Pasta, white bread, processed breakfast, sugary snacks and desserts, fast food items, packaged convenience foods must all be avoided. So yeah, carbs are great. They can be very healthy if they are natural and if they have a low GI. Now guys, this eating plan is available in description if you want to take a closer look at it. But there is more I wanted to share with you. What about people with diabetes? Yes, I've also prepared an example of an eating plan for someone with diabetes. Let's take a look. So this is similar to what we have already seen, but it's for a different person. This is for a woman with an ideal body weight of 59 kilos with diabetes and stage 3B kidney disease. And as you can see, this diabetes patient should still be getting most of their calories from carbs, even if carbs are a little lower here because both protein and fats are higher in percentage. So as I was saying, the focus should be on healthy carbs. Oatmeal, berries, apples, brown rice are all great carb sources, rich in fiber and low on the glycemic index. This is a real therapeutic diet. Also notice that every meal containing carbs also contains a source of fiber, a source of protein, and of fat. This is a simple way of making sure these carbs are absorbed as slow as possible. Because you see, eating carbs with other nutrients will naturally slow down their absorption, preventing an insulin spike. Now, there are also a few superfoods to fight diabetes here. As we can see, there is raw apple cider vinegar. Taken at meals with water, raw ACV can help improving insulin sensitivity and fasting blood sugar levels. And also, cinnamon. I love cinnamon because it can really make a difference with blood sugar control, and it tastes so good. Another diabetes superfood that I've included here is broccoli. Broccoli has long been touted as a must in a diet of any health-conscious individual, kidney disease patients included. This is because this superfood is loaded with fiber, antioxidants that protect the kidneys, vitamin C, and other kidney-protecting compounds. And even if it's a bit rich in potassium, broccoli is so healthy, it's still worth eating it in moderation, especially for those with diabetes. What not many people know about broccoli is that this is the best dietary source in the world of the master mineral when it comes to reducing and stabilizing blood sugar levels. So yeah, what can make a difference is basing your diet on this kind of foods. And also there's onions in here. Onions can really help because they're rich in quercetin, a flavonoid antioxidant that has anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic, and anti-hypertensive effects. And in sulfur compounds such as allicin that have incredibly powerful anti-inflammatory and renal protective effects. So if you want to learn more about what foods are the healthiest for kidney disease and diabetes, this video up here is for you. And guys, I believe that this trial was really interesting for us because the diet they created is so simple, so easy to follow, and yet it worked without the need for any supplement, which means, in my opinion, that they could have obtained even better results if they also added certain supplements that are proven to help. Nothing too hard to find. A good renal multivitamin, acacia fiber, a good probiotic, and maybe garlic supplements? Yes, I believe that taking these cheap and safe supplements can make a difference. So if you are not taking any of these already, or if you want to learn more, my video up here is for you. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.